Hi friends, today I'm going to tell you the story from Tales from the Arabian Nights. Aladdin and the Magic Lamp. There lived a poor tailor in a town in China. He had a son named Aladdin. Aladdin was careless and lazy. His father was always worried about his good-for-nothing son. Due to his constant anxiety, the poor tailor died one day. After his father's death, his mother did some odd jobs to earn their bread. One day, Aladdin was playing with his friends in the streets. A stranger came there and called Aladdin to him. He said, "Son, I am your uncle. I have been away for a long time, but when I heard the sad news of my brother's death, I came here to share your grief and be of some help to you. Oh son, you look just like my late brother. That is the reason why I could recognize you the moment I saw your face." Though Aladdin did not know his uncle, he took him to his house. He narrated the whole story to his mother. Aladdin's mother said, "Your late father's brother died many years ago." The stranger said, "I am your husband's brother, and I am not dead. When I heard the news of my dear brother's death, I could not help coming here to look after you." Aladdin's mother was convinced that the stranger's story was true. She then prepared lunch and they had their meal together. After lunch, the stranger took Aladdin to the market. He bought him costly clothes and many toys. Aladdin started enjoying the company of the stranger. Soon he began to call him uncle. One day, Aladdin and the stranger went for a walk. As they were walking, they reached a forest. The stranger said, "Son, I will show you some magic. Go and get me some firewood." Aladdin collected some firewood for his uncle. The stranger piled it up on the ground and lit a fire. He then said to Aladdin, "Son, I know magic. You must do as I tell you. Do not be afraid. I am doing all this only to make you and your mother happy." Saying this, the stranger muttered some magical words and sprinkled a little powder in the fire. All of a sudden, there was a huge puff of smoke. The earth trembled under their feet, and the ground cracked. Aladdin saw a deep, dark cave with a flight of stairs leading down. The stranger said, "Son, go down the stairs and you will reach the bottom of the cave. You will see 3 rooms there. The first room is full of silver ornaments. The second one is filled with gold ornaments. And the last room has ornaments made of diamonds and pearls. You may collect as much treasure as you like. In a corner of the third room, you will see a lighted brass lamp. Put out the flame, pour out the oil from it, and bring the lamp to me." Aladdin was hesitant to enter the cave. The stranger saw it. He gave him a ring and said, "This ring will protect you when you are in danger, or if you are scared, just rub this ring against your cheek." When Aladdin wore the ring, he felt a little relaxed and gathered some courage. He descended the flight of stairs and reached the bottom of the cave. As he went through the rooms, he was stunned to see the glittering treasures. He picked up as much treasure as he could. In a corner of the third room, he saw the lighted brass lamp. He put the flame out, threw the wick away, and poured the oil out. He then took the lamp and started ascending the stairs. The long flight of stairs was so steep that Aladdin was tired and began to faint. There were only 2 more steps to climb, but Aladdin was exhausted. He called out to the stranger, "Uncle, I am very tired. Please help me to come out." The stranger saw the lamp in Aladdin's hand and said, "Son, first give me the lamp to me. I will then help you." But Aladdin had made up his mind to trust the stranger only after he had climbed out of the cave. So he said, "Uncle, let me come out first, and then only I will give it to you." The stranger became furious. Actually, he was not Aladdin's uncle. He was a wicked magician who was only interested in getting the magic lamp. But he could not get it himself. So he had pretended to be Aladdin's uncle and took advantage of the innocent boy. The angry magician once again muttered some magical words and sprinkled a little powder in the fire. At once there was a huge cloud of smoke, and the mouth of the cave closed tightly. The magician left the place. Aladdin was trapped inside the cave. He thought that he would never get out of the cave, and so he started crying. As he was crying, the ring got rubbed against his cheek. And lo! A genie appeared before him and said, "I am the genie of the ring. O master, I am your slave. Your wish is my command." Aladdin was dumbfounded. After a while, he said, "Take me back to my mother." The genie of the ring obeyed at once and took Aladdin safely to his mother. Mother was glad to see her son safe and sound. Aladdin gave all the treasure to his mother and narrated the whole story to her. Aladdin said, "Mother, henceforth you will never have to work hard. Our slave will do anything for us." Saying this, Aladdin rubbed the ring against his cheek. The genie of the ring appeared before him and said, "O master, your wish is my command." Obeying Aladdin's command, the genie of the ring appeared with gold plates filled with the most delicious meal. Aladdin and his mother had a hearty meal. With the power of the ring and the treasure of the cave, Aladdin and his mother started living happily. One day, Aladdin saw the Sultan's daughter seated in a palanquin and passing through the street. Aladdin was captivated by her beauty and he fell in love with her. He made up his mind to marry the beautiful damsel. Aladdin came home and said, Mother, go to the Sultan and ask for his daughter's hand in marriage. Aladdin's mother was a little hesitant to go to the Sultan, but Aladdin was adamant, so she had to fulfill his wish. She took valuable gifts in gold plates and went to meet Sultan. Now it so happened that the Wazir wanted to get his own son married to the princess, so he did not allow Aladdin's mother to meet the Sultan. At last, Aladdin sought the help of the genie of the ring to fix a meeting between his mother and the Sultan. The Sultan wished to get his daughter married to a prince. However, he gladly accepted the valuable gifts from Aladdin's mother. He then laid down a condition. If your son builds a magnificent palace within 8 days, I will gladly give away my daughter to him. Aladdin's mother agreed to the condition. She went home and told Aladdin about the condition laid down by the Sultan. Aladdin rubbed the ring against his cheek. The genie of the ring appeared before him. Aladdin commanded the genie to build for him a huge and magnificent palace in front of the Sultan's palace. In a few moments, the genie of the ring built a bigger and more beautiful palace than the Sultan's. Besides, he also laid a beautiful garden around the palace. The Sultan and the princess were amazed to see the magnificent palace. The Sultan was assured that his daughter would be happy with Aladdin. He sent for the Qazi. Aladdin and the princess were married with great pomp and gaiety. Aladdin, the princess, and Aladdin's mother started leading a very happy life in their new palace. Aladdin brought all his belongings, including the magic lamp, and kept them in the storeroom of his palace. The news of Aladdin's wealth and riches spread far and wide. The wicked magician also heard about his prosperity. He realized that Aladdin had not died in the cave that day. So now the wicked magician disguised himself as an antique merchant and went to the city where Aladdin lived. That day, Aladdin had gone on a hunting trip. The magician, disguised as an antique merchant, went to the palace shouting, "Exchange your old lamp for a new one. Give the old one and take a new one." Aladdin's mother heard the shouts of the antique merchant. Suddenly, she remembered the brass lamp lying in the storeroom. Aladdin's mother and the princess did not know that the old brass lamp was actually a magic lamp. Therefore, they traded the old brass lamp for a shiny new one. The magician rubbed the magic lamp, and lo! the genie of the lamp appeared before him. The magician commanded, "Carry this palace to Africa." At that very moment, the genie of the lamp lifted the palace and took it to Africa. When Aladdin returned from his hunting trip, he was shocked to see that his palace had disappeared. The Sultan heard about it and he was furious with Aladdin. He said, "Aladdin, you have cheated me. Your game is up now. If you fail to bring the palace back within 7 days, you will be sent to the gallows." It now dawned upon Aladdin that this evil act could have been done by none other than his wicked uncle. Thinking this, Aladdin rubbed the ring against his cheek. The genie of the ring appeared before him. "Get back my palace at once," commanded Aladdin. The genie of the ring said, "O master, the palace has been taken away by the genie of the lamp. He is more powerful than I am. I am helpless against him." Aladdin said, "All right, take me to the palace where my mother and the princess are taken away by the genie of the lamp." In a flash, the genie of the ring landed Aladdin in his palace in Africa. Aladdin met his mother and the princess. They were thrilled to be together again. Aladdin and the princess thought of a plan to teach the magician a lesson of his life. In the evening, when the magician came to the palace, Aladdin hid himself behind a curtain. The princess warmly welcomed the magician and spoke very sweetly to him. She gave him a drink in which she had mixed some poison. The magician gladly gulped down 3 glasses of the poisoned drink. After some time, the magician fell down dead. Aladdin came into the room and took out the magic lamp from the magician's pocket and rubbed it. The genie of the lamp appeared before him. Aladdin commanded, "Take this palace to its original place." In a flash, the genie of the lamp lifted the palace and put it back where it was before. The Sultan was delighted to see everybody back safely. After a few years, the Sultan crowned Aladdin the new Sultan. With the help of the genie of the ring and the genie of the lamp, Aladdin made his subjects happy and prosperous. Aladdin ruled happily ever and after. So, this was a story from the Tales from the Arabian Nights. And if you can, so please like, share and subscribe.